Hola, 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 clase. Hola, clase. Bienvenidos. Welcome back. This is gonna be my uh, Google slide presentations about my classroom expectations and procedures for the distance learning class for term 4. Welcome back. So I'm excited to start with this. I know this is gonna be a learning process for all of us. So I hope you are okay and willing to learn Spanish. All right, let's do this. This is gonna be the agenda for today. I would just want to share with you an overall like peek of this. We're gonna talk. We're gonna be talking about the online format. How I'm gonna be communicating with you guys and with your parents. What are we gonna be learning in this four term of Spanish 2, how the classes are going to be weighted, and we're also going to be talking about the class structure, about the assignments, and we will be talking about attendance, resources, and office hours. I know it's a lot of things to go over, but hopefully at the end of this presentation you don't have any questions, but if you do have questions, I want you to reach out to me and ask me the questions you have about the class. All right, let's start. About the online format, as probably in the rest of your classes, you're going to be using Google Classrooms for communications, for daily attendance, for instruction, and for daily grammar and vocabulary practice. I'm also learning how to use all these different apps for Google Classroom, but mostly going to be using Google Slides and Google Forms. We also are gonna, or you guys are gonna have access to the online textbook. Um, before before we start, I send you like maybe like a week or a couple of weeks ago a an activity or an assignment straight from the online textbook, and some of you were able to see the pages, and you actually you respond back to me saying like, yes, we were able to see it. So the textbook online, Realidades dos, is right now connected with Google Classroom, so I'm gonna be able to assign activities straight from the textbook, and you're gonna be able to see them in Google Classroom. But mostly I'm gonna use the online text for practice workbook pages. We're trying to use all the different platforms that you are accustomed in my class, and you know we are big on online testing. That's why we use that website that you probably remember from last term. Is Kia. You use it in Spanish too, and you also use it in Spanish too, the second term. So we're gonna be using Kia, the Kia web, for taking tests online and for practicing vocabulary and grammar activities. I hope you all remember your username for second term. If not, don't worry about it. It's mostly gonna be your first and last name together, no spaces, and the numbers 3, 4, 5. If you have been in my classes or different classes, or you have been transferred from one class to the next one within my classes, or if you already took Spanish 2 and then you are retaking Spanish 2, you probably have a different number, not 3, 4, 5, but you might have first name, last name 439, or first name, last name 266. So just please try. And remember, your password is your ID number. I want you to please try to log in, and if you have trouble, just let me know. I'll help you. I'll help you log in. All right, here we go. Here we go. I have created my own YouTube channel, and the reason I did this is just I'm just trying to make things easier for you, because I found out that Google Classroom, is very familiar with YouTube, and if you wanna insert a video, it's better to do it from YouTube. So I decided to put all the Grammar Activa videos, those silly videos about the grammar concepts we always watch in class, all the Grammar Activa. I'm gonna put all of them in my YouTube channel. So I'm just send you the link so you can watch the Grammar Activa videos. I'm also putting my grammar explanations there, my Google slide or my Google PowerPoints. I record them and put them in YouTube, so you can actually watch the video and learn some grammar, and then put it in practice. Um, that's the name of my YouTube channel, Señor Murillo, Spanish teacher, pura vida. And I hope you remember what pura vida means. But that means like pure life. And basically, in this time, everything is gonna be okay. And I promise that you all gonna be okay. And I also have some other videos there that I have been doing during my stay home time. So I please invite you to go to the YouTube channel and subscribe. So I have only 3 subscribers. That's me, probably my kids. But once you subscribe, you will be able to go straight to the channel and watch the videos you need to watch for the class. All right. Now, uh, communication. This is how we're gonna be able to communicate with you. First of all, I sent you a long time ago the remind class code. So I want you to join. I won't be able to see what your phone number is, or you will be able to see what my phone number is. But this remind is just for quick reminders. I'll send you like don't remember you have the test tomorrow, or if you have a quick question, you can just send it to me, and if I have the time, I can just respond right away to you. But just so you know, I will be using the app from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. You send me a remind about like 8:30. Um, I might I might not answer, but I might, but I might not answer. I'm gonna answer all the texts before 8 p.m. But the main way of communicating with you and your parents is going to be through Synergy. So please, if you have a question or you have a doubt about something we are learning, send me an email. I'll try to respond it to you within 24 hours. Now, I also have been learning about like Zoom and how these Zoom things work, but I'm not sure if I want to use it or not. But we might ended up like having a Zoom meeting where I can actually explain to you how the grammar works. Hopefully, you won't have a lot of questions about the grammar because you will understand it. All right, moving on. Oh, okay. What are we going to be learning? So we'll continue using the Realidades 2 Pearson Realize textbook. Obviously, we are emphasizing on writing skills more than because we're not doing communication, or we're not doing A and B activities. This is gonna be hard. So we basically emphasizing the writing skills and reading skills. Not much. Obviously, we'll put some like reading comprehensions activities that you can do in class, and listening skills also. Like once in a while I'll put some listening activities, maybe like the songs to have some fun, or um, some listening activity that you can fill out if you want. But we're gonna basically do a lot of writing. Okay, so the grading. So you see, this is a big change. The assignments are gonna be 40%, and when I talk about assignments, I'm talking about like Google Forms, Google Slides, activities in Kia, assignments can be redo. I have no problem with that. You can to get the high score. Now, here's the change. You don't freak out. I know it says 60% on tests, But the test we will do, we call them practice tests. The practice tests are basically um the vocab recognition quiz, or I put a grammar concept that you're gonna be able to take the practice test, and those tests are gonna be 20%, right? We'll talk about the practice test in the next slides, but and then we're calling the 40% the chapter test, the big tests. um, but as you see, they're gonna be like open notes. So um, once again, you I encourage you to take notes during the week, because you know that on test day you're gonna be able to use your notes in order to answer those open note tests. We're gonna talk about the difference between what a practice test is and what the open note tests are in the next slides. All right. So the assignments. Basically, I'm talking about we're gonna focusing on vocabulary and also on grammar. So, and I'm calling them differently because I have activities and I have practices. The activities are basically taken from the textbook and I embedded them on a Google form, and you're gonna be able to see the basically a picture of the textbook, and you will be able to answer the questions in the Google form. Now, the practices are my PowerPoints that I used to have in class, where I'll put the PowerPoint in the screen, and you will have to do like only answers or complete sentences. And but you have two ways to do the practices. You can even have the answers on a piece of paper, but then you have to transfer those answers to a an answer sheet that I created in Kia, so you know how many questions did you get right, and what question did you get right, what question did you get wrong, and obviously you can redo them to get the highest score possible. But um, some of the activities are going to be complete or incomplete for full credit, and some of the activities are going to have, like a grade according to what score you got. Same with the grammar, right? Grammar, we're going to have grammar activities and grammar practices. Grammar activities are from the textbook, put it in Google Forms, and the grammar practices are going to be PowerPoint presentation on Google Slides with an answer sheet in Kia. And once in a while, maybe once every 2 weeks, we'll have a reading comprehension or a listening activity. uh, they might not happen, but we will see. Now, I have a bunch of codes. Don't freak out for all the codes. It's just basically for me to know what I'm doing. But like I said, you can have activities from the textbook, and those are going to be in Google form. Those are the VAT. And then you're going to have vocabulary practices that are going to be on Google Slides. So basically, the V stands for vocabulary, and the G stands for grammar. The A stands for activities, and the P stands for practices. And then the T is if it's a textbook activity, and the G if it's actually a Google slide with the answer sheet in Kia. The VA key, those are vocab activities in Kia, and all the silly games that you are gonna spend some time to practice the vocabulary. But then you're gonna also have the VOA, which is gonna be the big chapter or the chapter test, the big tests that are gonna be open note. But you're also gonna have the VPT, which is the vocabulary practice. Those are on Kia. All right. But don't worry, you will figure it out. So one important thing is this, like for example, for the vocabulary practices, if it's called like VPG1, that means it's gonna be the vocabulary practice on Google slide number one. And then you have to find the answer sheet in Kia. Well, it's gonna be called the same VPG1, so you be able to match them, and you will see that there are the same activities, so you can actually have the right answer sheet because we're using the same name. All right. So practice tests. What are the difference between the practice test and the open note assessments? Well, practice test is like the vocab recognition quiz you used to have, where you have this all multiple choice, and then you need to figure it out what word are you basically translating. Or in the grammar practice test, between 20 and 30 questions. Um, these practice tests, here's the difference. You can take them as many times as you want in order to keep the best attempt. I will record in Synergy your best attempt. So if you want to take it just once, that's good. If you want to take it like 2 or 3 times, good, until you get the best score. It's up to you. Now, in this test, you're gonna get feedback, meaning you know, you're gonna know what your score is. You're gonna know the right answers. When you get a right answer, you will also know when you get a wrong answer, and then you will know why you got a wrong answer because it will give you the right response. All right. These are the practice tests, 20%. However, and these tests, these practice tests are not gonna be timed. You can take as long as you want to complete them, and you can, uh, you know, just go on your own pace. Now, on the open no assessments, these are gonna be only open in Kia for 1 day. For 1 day, and you have to take them that specific day at the end of the week. Now, not at the end of the week, but at the end of the unit. Now, the vocab tests are going to be about 15 questions, short answer and multiple choice, always scale to 10 points in Synergy. And then the grammar tests are going to be 10 to 15 questions, short answer, and it's about verb conjugation and always scale to 10 points. Now, these tests are gonna be timed. You cannot take forever to do them. It's gonna be time, like maybe like 10 to 15 minutes. You won't get any feedback. That means you will know either the score or the answers you got run. In order to know what was your score, you have to check Kia and then the next day, and then you will know if you did good or not. Okay, let's continue. All right, here we go. We're gonna do basically yeah, the pacing. So I'm gonna post all or most of the assignments on the first day of the unit, the first day of the week, the first day of the unit. Like for example, I'm gonna try to post as many activities tomorrow for you to start working on. Um, all the assignments for each chapter will be due at the end of the week or at the end of the unit. For example, the end of this unit, chapter 4A, is going to be next Thursday, right? Not tomorrow, but next Thursday. I'm going to suggest you a plan of action to work daily, but I'm not going to be checking that you did this on Monday, you did this on Tuesday, you did this on Wednesday. If you don't want to do anything for Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday, and if you want to work on the Spanish, the whole thing on Thursday, Friday, that's up to you. But I'm going to suggest so you don't the work doesn't accumulate because we're supposed to give you between 45 and an hour time of work in Spanish. Okay. Now, like I said at the beginning of each unit, when I show you the videos and I show you my grammar explanations, I'm suggesting you to take notes on those grammar aspects because then you can use them on the tests. Okay. Let's see what is next. All right, attendance. All right, so one of your responsibilities is gonna be to check in daily with the class. It doesn't mean that you have to really like work on the Spanish stuff, but that means that you're gonna go at the beginning of the day and open that your Google Classroom, and then you're gonna find in the stream, you're gonna find the Google form that is called daily attendance. You're gonna fill it out. It asks you for your name, your ID number, and it asks you the question about how are you doing today? Is there anything I can do to support you? What is your learning plan for today? Like, what are you planning to do today? And then you might want to copy and paste what I'm suggesting you to do Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Um, Once you submit it, then after you have to submit it before 12 p.m. and I am going to input the attendance in Synergy before 4 p.m. So I probably will be able to check your responses from 12 to 4, and then put daily attendance. You want to do this. We don't know if the system is going to work, but if I ended up putting you like not checking in, you might get a call saying that you didn't check on my class that day. All right. Remember, you have to do that for every single class you are taking. All right. In Google Classroom, there's a tab for resources. What are you gonna find there? In the resources tab in Google Class, you will find the vocabulary list for every chapter. Now you can print it, and I would like you to complete it so you have it in English and Spanish, and you're gonna have that vocab list available for when you do the activities and the quizzes and all the practices. It's optional. You don't have to do this. I'm not gonna check it. You also will find the links of the videos you might need for each of the chapters in YouTube. You will find a Google Doc with pictures in case you wanna like print them and do flashcards the in the old fashioned, but I'm encouraging you to use flashcards to learn vocabulary. Remember, you can use Quizlet or you can use Check, the CHEGG um, flashcards app, and that's the best way to learn vocabulary. I'm not gonna be able to check if you are doing it or not. I'm encouraging you to do it, but it's up to you. And you will also find information about the Kia usernames. I'm gonna post in there just in case you forgot it. You can go and check, but obviously, I'm gonna ask you to keep it for yourself. All right. Let's see. We have something else. Oh, I think I'm done. Let's see. All right, guys. I hope I didn't get you bored with all this explanation. Just keep in mind, you guys, we're gonna be okay. I understand this is new for all of us. That's why I'm giving you the opportunity to retake the test and use open notes for the big test. Um, so you're gonna be okay, but you just have to pace yourself and don't let all this work accumulate, because at the end of the unit, I'm gonna be in the due date. All these activities have to be turned in so I can start like input grades. All right, guys, don't forget to go and subscribe in my YouTube channel. There's some funny videos that I post there. Like, I encourage you to watch them. I discourage. I there's no comments on the video, so you won't be mean to me. All right, just kidding. Take care, guys, and